Controls listen plump down and pull up a chair. We have official affirmation that Daejhanae Jackson has been captured in the U.S. That is correct, you all assign Jackson was set in government guardianship sitting tight for her to start her removal cycle to Mexico. You all she has been captured by Interpol specialists after a control judge gave a capture warrant against her for the wrongdoing of femicide in Shankilla Robinson's homicide on October 29th in Cabo6 estate's mind. Boggling, as you probably are aware, Daejhanae was put in bureaucratic care hanging tight for her to start, and she is standing by to start her removal interaction in Mexico, where she will be officially blamed for femicide. Hold up the removal cycle required somewhere in the range of 1 in 14 days, coming about because of the technique that the Principal Legal Officer's Office of Equity Hauler to Daniel de la Rosa completed in the Head Legal Officer's Office of the Republic, and this thusly to the service of previous international concerns of Mexico. You all this is colossal, yet the case isn't over on the grounds that think about what you folks the FBI is on it, and the Cabo6 are presently the Cabo5. We got one down the FBI is coming for anyone that gets away from a charges in Mexico. I have more on that we have airing on the 5000 you all I needed to present to you. This making it known yet remain until the end of the video, since I in a real sense recently wrapped up recording a video. When this came up beside the way that we currently know who the capture warrant is for all the other things about what will happen to them, how the FBI are going to whenever they're finished serving in Mexico, they're coming to the U.S., and they could be attempted once more the way in which the FBI is looking they're going seeing them doing that, and furthermore Alyssa's Champ Donovan, and the manner in which their trusting design begins singing like a canary hold up now. The Principal Legal Officer's Office of the Territory of Baja California Sur figured out how to demonstrate that the one who appears in the video going after Shanquella Robinson is truth be told Daejhanae Jackson. Hold up, listen, this is insane. She's excess in bureaucratic authority. She will be officially charged, you all. Listen, the journalist that broke this story I'm having on my channel later on this evening. Or tomorrow first thing, it depends how things go with the interpretation. Turn on your notices, you all. We have individuals straightforwardly engaged with the examination that is going to yet enough of that. We should get into the remainder of this, and how things will produce for the Cabo6. Really we should begin calling them a Cabo5. In light of the fact that the first has fallen you all focus in the video. In the event that you hear me say we couldn't say whether it's a sign, we have now recently affirmed. This is breaking I in a real sense. This is severing it in a real sense. Warm the presses it is assigned. She has been captured. She's being extradited. As we talk currently, how about we get into what will happen to most of them out? You all we should there in significantly more realities becoming visible. We will go over those, yet we should discuss the main thing. Listen, everyone's been considering why Mexico just an issue gave a warrant for one individual. We have a solution. For that we additionally have data on the prison they're truly going to remain a child. It's not nothing pleasant anyway. They could possibly pay off right out of it, yet don't stress since it seems as though the FBI is working on it. What am I referring to regardless of what happens to Daejhanae Winter Donovan Khalil Cook Malik driver Alyssa Hyatt, regardless of what befalls them in Mexico, and put Nisir Wiggins' name on that rundown, since we have data about him regardless of what befalls him in Mexico. Child, when they're done the FBI might want to have a word with them. That is correct. The FBI has expressed that twofold danger doesn't matter to these individuals in any conditions. What am I talking about? For what am I talking about in light of the fact that you did the time in Mexico doesn't imply that includes in America. And not just that, child, each wrongdoing that they did in Mexico that probably won't have been culpable. Or perhaps they needed more proof. Perhaps there's a regulation to arraign them for that in America. We will likewise get into that. Additionally, we will discuss those bits of hearsay with that 5000. Some said it was 6, a few said it was 10 that was taken from Definitely, child, we got data on that to see where that number came up. And furthermore, the way there are more violations accumulating for these individuals at this very moment, relying upon where this 5000 went. We will talk. Well, truly, it's under 5,000. I will give you data. Yet, child, they are truly seeing burglary. They're taking a gander at trick to carry out murder. They are seeing, hang on, there's additional. They are seeing leave taking a gander at forsaking the body. They are likewise taking a gander at recording without her consent, which will be an attack of security. Child, things are not looking great for them. Mexico is on a mission to communicate something specific. We will dive into the subtleties. They are faltering, yet so is the U.S. child. We can't have individuals figuring you can simply go abroad, take me to Bali, then push me off a bluff while I'm taking a gander at the sanctuaries. There should be regulation. And there should be requested, listen, we pay our expense dollars. And it's decent for it to be kicked off. So where would we like to begin? From the top, gracious. Additionally, you all, I have a unique visitor, the man that blew this all open, a man that blew this all open. We will have on this channel at responding to each scrutinize that you all have been needing to realize informed me as to whether you all have any inquiries in the remark segment. It appears as though it will go up tomorrow. There's a ton of interpretation included, and I need to give you something enlightening, as well as fascinating to watch. I mean, come on, it's YouTube. We has a whole expertise. This works, we care, yet the best individuals you make individuals need to mind more. You understand what I'm talking about. So we will in all actuality do right by Shanquella. We will do a good job for the video. You can expect for the video to be posted on Wednesday. Let me know as to whether you have any inquiries you believe that I should pose. And we're likewise going to go live. So again, interpreter, kindly let me in the remarks in the event that you all have any inquiries. Oh, fine. We should get into this. Yet you all know I like bringing you stuff direct from the source. It will be continuous. Additionally, on the off chance that anyone is conversant in Spanish, my interpreter truly has one. That is the reason we're running behind. In the event that anyone's liquid in Spanish, kindly caught up with me in my Instagram DMs or in the remark segment. Og, fine. I'll get to work. That is enough housekeeping. Oak. We should get into this. Currently, first we should begin with what she is truly being accused of. There is manslaughter, which you can do somewhere in the range of 12 and 20 years. I'm updating everyone on the off chance that you don't have the foggiest idea about these points of interest. I'll be speedy. Yet I simply need to ensure everyone's in total agreement anyway. There are conglomerating factors, collecting factors, are things that you can add to furthermore right. So an amassed variable could be you headed back home. Right, put it like this, your day. What was it? Was awful. Why, since I headed back home, how could that be awful? Well, there was a totaling element. It was pouring gracious uck. That makes you heading back home somewhat awful. Yet, for what reason was it awful? Well, there's something different. Notwithstanding it coming down, I didn't have an umbrella, right? And notwithstanding it coming down, not having a sibling umbrella, I just got a new silk press, or I just got an awful little trim front, newly introduced. What, better believe it. And on top of that, I was strolling. In light of the fact that I had a photograph shoot, and I thought it'd be speedier than taking Uber. Gracious, now that you consider it, that is an awful day. Conglomerating factors are things that you add to the current truth that exacerbate the wrongdoing, as well as it makes the discipline significantly more unforgiving on the grounds that it resembles wow you didn't. And in addition, so you all consolidation someone. And on top of that, you all taped it. And on top of that, you all undeniably stayed silent. And on top of that, there was an attack of protection. And on top of that, it was especially brutal, no doubt. Oak. That is the thing they're checking out. So with the collected variables, they're taking a gander at firmicide. Crime is somewhere in the range of 12 and 20 years anyway. Femicide, which is a fierce demonstration against ladies typically. It's DV generally. It's the your word, right? Anyway, There is a proviso in that sculpture. Kindly go watch my my recordings, where I meticulously describe the situation on the sculptures, assuming you're keen on the legitimate viewpoint that truly says assuming you are a colleague or a partner, or you are attempting to encourage sensations of fellowship satisfaction to some sort of brotherhood. And a lady is viciously killed that likewise counts under the femicide sculpture. What does that mean the femicide sculpture expresses? Is somewhere in the range of 40 and 60 years anyway. In 2000 I accept it was 18 they in a real sense passed. Or please accept my apologies, 2019. They passed a report on the femicide regulation, adding 5 years to the base. And most extreme, it is presently 45